Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And today, as always, you guys know I love talking about the brain and the mind. So we're going to talk about the difference between the left brain and the right brains. One symbolizing yin, the other symbolizing yang. One being more structurally organized, the other one being more structurally free and able to flow and do different things and just allow you to be your natural self. So one more structural discipline kind of, which is the left side is a more of a structural mindset. Like the left part of you is like responsibility, bills, I gotta do this, the numbers, money, count, this, that. It aligns you in your genetic dispositions in your life. The other side allows you to be purpose filled. It allows you to create. It allows you to, step outside the box. So let's get right into it. So left side controlling your logic and your ability to understand things and how you analyze things, your analytical side to your mind. So in other words, like mathematics and the way you see things on a practical level, basically. It's not deeper than that. Words of song, your ability to remember songs and sequencing languages. Like a lot of children grow up learning different languages early on in their life. And that's the part of your brain that allows you to remember so many different languages and so many different things all at one time. Facts, that part of your brain stores facts, stores like true information and always keeps it. Grammar is the left side of the brain is very good with grammar and like self-correct. Like that part of you is like, well, that you say that right, or something like that. Like that part of your brain is always like big on correction. It's also big on patterns. You realize different patterns that you're in and literal meanings, like the meaning behind certain particular things and why things are happening. Content, I guess, is being content with reality. So it's kind of like the left side is kind of like more acceptance, like accepting things. Your abilities to recall names and recall the past and organize and having order in your life. So order is a good thing. Rationalize, directing things, like making things direct and being specific about things and knowing what you want, right? So, but the right side, okay, the left side is yang. The right side is yin. Okay, yin is freedom. It's your ability to be free and express yourself. It's emotions. It's your emotional side of the brain. It's the emotional rhythm of the mind. Okay, that's the right side. Is the emotional rhythm of the mind. It's the negative thoughts. It's the ability to think about something and easily change a mood. The right side controls emotions of the brain, but also controls the emotions of the body as well, because the brain, like I say, is the most powerful concept and machine in this world. So the right side being able to control art. Me being an artist, I am I can be very logical at times, but I can be very creative, and it allows me to express myself. So art is big. I'll get back to that. Rhythm is a big thing, and nonverbal. Things that are nonverbal. Things that you don't have to actually say. Creativity is a big thing with the right side of the brain. It really determines how creative you are as a person and how you express yourself. Imagination, like our minds are so imaginative, and that's where some of the expectations and hopelessness kind of is, because we really live in our minds. We live in our desires. We live in our dream worlds in our heads. And sometimes the reality versus dream world. I think dream world is probably better than reality. But though we come to accept it with the left side of our mind, the acceptance part of us, we like the right side. The right side is like, this dream is a lot better. So, holistic thinking, right? Holistic thinking, intuition, inner depths, inner truth, inner knowing, inner belief, assuredness. The right side is a more sureness of self. Left side is more need results. So this is like, left side is more of the side that if you don't have proof about something or justification or actions to back it or results to prove it or something showing this is real, left side is more practical. It's easy to waver. It's kind of like the physical. And so with this, you would consider the left side being your physical body. The physical body and the eyes lust over things. It drifts. It gets lost in things. When things don't go its way, it struggles. In spirit, the right side, that's sureness. You're sure about things. You know. We all know our soul's purpose. We all know what we came here to do. And that's the right side. That's the sureness of who you are, the sureness of what you came to do. It's a complete sureness in self. So it also is like I said, emotions, but it says feelings because I wrote feelings. Images, like the memories in your brain that it holds in your mind. So the right side holds the images of your brain, the memories, the context, the objects, the music. You guys, we are so good at remembering lyrics of songs and music, and it plays a lot with the reason why music is on the right side and not the left side, because the left side requires us remembering, like recalling names and like recalling past, and yeah, that's a part of emotion. But the way music gets us in our it's on the emotional side. That's why music is on the emotional side. Right side, the right side of the brain is more of the emotional state of being of the brain. So it's why music is over here, because music puts us in a state of, depending on how you're actually feeling in your inside, will determine the kind of music you're actually listening to. So if you're very sad, you're going to listen to some very sad and depressing music. If you're very happy, you're going to listen to some hippie hop. And even in times when you're not sad, you can listen to some music that can be really sad and disheartening, and it not affect you. And that's depending on how strong your right side of your brain is, will ultimately determine whether will determine your emotional stability during times where you're not very sad and you're listening to sad music, because we're not always sad when we're listening to sad music. Sometimes you can be in a strong state of being and listen to music that has like a lot of tragedy or something going on in it, and you really see the truth behind the story and the meaning. You get to understand the meaning behind it. So sometimes the right side allows us to sit down and endure and really listen and hear what things are actually saying to us. And the left side just allows us to hear things. Like, the left side is more hearing, the right side is more listening and getting more in tune and getting a better understanding of things. And it's also like good with facial recognition. It's how some people can look at you from the back of your head and remember what you look like without having to actually know that, hey, that's that person, but they know that's you. Or like knowing certain people's cars, the license plate, things like that, like remembering things like that. Motion, shapes, dimensions. Dimensions are really important if you're a very spiritual person. If you know nothing about dimensions, then yeah, that's not really important to you. But dimensions are really important in duality and unity and all these different concepts that I talked about in past videos. But the right side is more yin and the left side is more yang. So these are, you got yang and you got yin. You got yin and yang. These are the hemorrhoids of the brain, and the differences of what they offer and what qualifies them specifically. Because the brain on the left side is more numbers. It's more analytics. It's more logic. It's more getting a better understanding of things. So yeah, this is important because being aligned in your mind is aligning foundation of your life. So if you're aligned and balanced in the rhythm of your mental capacity, the mental state of being, right? Because like it all starts here. If you have a balance in there, you can have a balance anywhere. You can have a balance financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, on all concepts. You can be balanced if you find alignment in your mind. And you have to face all things in your mind before you can face them in the reality of the world, and before they become a manifested thing for you. So balance is really important when it comes to aligning the left and the right side, the yin and the yang. And I know I've been talking about a lot of the yin and the yang here lately in videos, but it's really important. And you guys know how important me talking about the brain is. And if you guys don't know how important the brain is, you should really take time to work on your brain. Because if you don't work your mind will work you. So peace, love, and I hope you guys have a prosperous day. And make sure that you're working on you, and that every day is a lesson of growth, and that you learn something new about yourself every day. That you strive for improvement, and that live to be your greatest self. Don't live to be anybody's expectations but your own, and define your success by living up to what you believe is true. Love you guys.